what has property done for me? How has it impacted my life? Now, I've been an entrepreneur now for a long time. I've set up businesses in recruitment, e-commerce, and property I've done for many years. I spend most of my time flipping properties and building my buy-to-let portfolio. Now, it's done a hell of a lot for me. In short, it's changed my life. So if you're watching this video thinking, you know what, I'd love to get into property, I just don't know what I'm doing, it's worth it. It's worth learning, taking the time to learn how to be successful in property, because it's one of the most powerful ways of generating wealth and ultimately living life on your terms. What could be more important than that? And that's massively important to me. Now, when I think back to my early days as an entrepreneur, I set up a recruitment company. That was my first business back in 2008, where the recession was, as you can imagine. It was tough. I was pitching for vacancies to see if anybody had any vacancies I could fill. And I even got laughed at a few times when I was asking for vacancies. It was that tough. And it was character building, and it made me stronger, sharper as an entrepreneur. And it was a great experience. And I somehow managed to make it profitable, building that company from scratch and making a living. I didn't set the world on fire, but I made a living out of it. And it was a great starting point in my journey as an entrepreneur. But here's the thing. Whilst it was my own business, the fact that it was my own business for a while was enough until it wasn't. Because here I was coaching people, preparing candidates to go out and get a job. And the last thing in the world I ever wanted was a job. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to be able to be in control of my life and live life on my terms. So telling someone to go get a job after a while didn't really feel that authentic to me. Now I share my knowledge on property, coach people to be able to succeed in property. That's something I get a lot more excited about. That lights me up. And investing in property, so buying a property, selling it on, buying it, renovating it, renting it out, that excites me. Every time I get the keys to a stinky, horrible, derelict property that I get to refurbish, I'm excited by that. I love that. I never get tired of that. So that's something that, and as I've grown older, I've come to appreciate more and more how important it is to give a shit about what you do and be passionate about what you do. Life is too fucking short to go and do something that you don't want to do. You're only doing it because you need a paycheck. Now, when you succeed in property, you'll earn a lot of money, and that's great, and it's life-changing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being motivated by being financially successful, because it can absolutely impact your life for the better. It can help you and those around you. There's nothing wrong with being that money motivated. It's important to be in many ways to go and be successful, but also giving a shit and being passionate about what you do and excited about what you do matters as well. And it's really important. So every day I get to do what I love. I get to renovate properties. I get to help people learn about property. And that's something that really excites me. That's something I never grow tired of. So that's really important. So as an entrepreneur, that desire to be my own boss that I've always had for as long as I can remember, that's something that's a non-negotiable. And being in control of my calendar, that's a non-negotiable for me. That's something that's absolutely crucial. So when you're in control of your calendar, you decide what you do and when, and ultimately that can be massively empowering. You can live life truly on your terms. If you want to work really fucking hard, you can do that. Or if you want to take some time off, you can do that, but you're in control of your calendar. And that's really a powerful thing to do. So if you're in a job that you hate right now, you don't love it, life is too short. It's about finding a way to learn how to invest, to learn how to succeed in property, how to flip properties, to be able to replace that income and do what you love. So if that's you, then keep watching these videos, because I'll be talking about strategies and ways that you can ultimately be successful in property and live life on your terms. But being in control of my calendar is so important. And for example, when I got the call from my mum that my dad was literally not going to come out of hospital alive, when I got that phone call, I'd finished renovating a property. I'd handed the keys to an estate agent to put that property on the market. This was on a Wednesday. And I literally there and then dropped everything and drove from Newcastle to London to be there, to see him on the Wednesday. He was by Friday no longer responsive, and by Saturday he was gone. Now, had I been in a situation where I was in a high stress job where I couldn't get away quickly, or maybe I couldn't feel like I could get away quickly, or if I was worried about money, there's a chance I might not have left as quickly as I did. But because I was in control of my calendar, because I was doing something that ultimately I was able to live life on my terms, to be somewhere, that's really fucking important to me, to be able to say the things that I wanted to say before it was too late. You can't put a price on that. And had I not been there, I never would have been able to forgive myself for that. So I'm so fortunate, so grateful that I had the chance to do that. So yes, when you're thinking about being successful in property, think about what you're going to do with the money when you succeed, because it's great to be excited about that, to have goals in mind about that. And it's also important to remember how living life on your terms can be so important, how that's ultimately going to be life-changing, and it certainly has been for me. So that's what property's done for me. Property has been the consistently successful, profitable business. I've put my heart and soul into it, and I've got the rewards out of it, and I'm excited to share that with you. It's not complicated once you know how to be successful in property. And through this journey, through these videos, hopefully in some way you find this useful, this information useful. If you do, go ahead, take the time to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next one.